Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Mr. Emmanuel Udendi. My motion is on the need to commend Mr. President, the Senate, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, and other stakeholders for efforts in the removal of Nigeria's name from the Financial Action Task Force Grey List, brought under matters of public importance, pursuant to Order 41 and Order 51. Note with great satisfaction that the recent announcement by Financial Action Task Force removing Nigeria from its grey list, an outcome that reflects Nigeria's remarkable progress in addressing identified strategic deficiencies in its anti-money laundering and counter.
Senator Odende, if you can summarize, it's too long. All right, you have summarized. Just try to summarize.
The essence of this.
But it's too long.
Okay, sir.
So summarize so that we can acknowledge this. Yes. We just want to motivate them.
The essence of this motion is to bring to fore the fact that Nigeria has been delisted from the grey list. And the resultant effect is that immediately Nigeria was delisted, Naira appreciated. Even at the black market, when it was selling at 1,485, dropped down, Naira appreciated to 1,475. That was an immediate result. There's a need, therefore, sir, to commend Mr. President for this milestone. This, in fact, this singular act, this this singular act certainly will boost investor confidence and reassure the international community of Nigeria's renewed commitment to transparency, accountability, and global financial standards. It is therefore, sir, my view that
read the second to last page.
Okay.
From page 6, where finally thrilled. Read from there till down.
Yes, okay.
Page 6. Page 6.
Yeah. Sir, finally thrilled that the delisting reduces the risk of future sanctions or financial restriction on Nigerian institutions, ensuring the stability of the national economy and preservation of financial independence. It also positions Nigeria more favorably among its international peers, strengthening diplomatic and economic relations, while reinforcing the nation's image as a committed player in the fight against global financial crimes. Conscious that this achievement represents not just the success of government policies, but a collective national effort involving the executive, legislature, judiciary, regulatory agencies, and law enforcement institutions, and international partners, further conscious that such coordinated interagency collaboration, commitment to reform have proven essential in advancing Nigeria's financial integrity and global credibility, and the need to encourage the continuation of this collaborative spirit to sustain and deepen these reforms for long-term stability and prosperity of the nation. Accordingly resolved to commend Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Senate, and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, the Central Bank of Nigeria, and other relevant agencies for their coordinated efforts, commitment, and reforms which committed in the Nigeria's removal from the FATF grey list. All the relevant regulatory, financial, and law enforcement agencies to consolidate on these gains by maintaining a continuous compliance with international standards, enhancing institutional coordination, and ensuring that no relapse in the country's AML/CFT regime. Encourage ongoing collaboration between public and private sectors to uphold transparency, accountability, and good governance in management of financial system, ensuring that Nigeria remains a benchmark for integrity, responsible economic leadership among developing nations. I so move.
Mohamed Tahir Monguno, I represent Borno North Senatorial District. Mr. President, distinguished senators, this motion is apt and germane because the removal of or delisting of Nigeria by the Financial Action Task Force from the grey list will go a long way in boosting investor confidence in Nigeria, because this singular act has brought our anti-financial crime laws in tandem with international best practices. And then delisting of Nigeria will also go a long way in giving our anti-corruption agencies full participation in the fight against corruption in the Committee of Nations. The National Assembly also deserves a pat on the back by passing the relevant amendments for assent of Mr. President to bring our financial crimes in tandem with international best practice and in tandem with the requirement of the Financial Action Task Force. So this motion is highly commendable, and I support the passage of this motion. Thank you.
Thank you, our leader, the Senate President, my colleagues. My name is Karimi Sunday Steve. I represent the people of Kogi West. My colleagues, we cannot but acknowledge the huge contribution that EFCC is making in improving the economic of this nation. Like in the last 1 year, they've brought a lot of integrity into our economy. And that is the result we are getting now. Last week, we remember, Senate President, you allowed a motion to commend EFCC for the work that they are doing. This work is being recognized by international organizations. And that is the reason why our economy is beginning to be rated higher. So I thank my colleague for bringing this motion, and I'm in support of it. Thank you, sir.
Republic of Nigeria, my very distinguished colleagues, my name is Jimo Folorosho Ibrahim, representing the very good people of Ondo State. Let me say congratulations to the 10th Senate. The converging complexities around the institution of the Senate and the Nigerian economy brought to bear this delisting. This again is an extension of the success of the Senate at the World Bank last week, where I was able to move the World Bank Parliament to change Nigeria's financial outlook from 3.0 to 3.9. Now, today, we are witnessing another interesting motion brought by my learned brother about the commendation for the listing of Nigeria from this very dangerous financial act that is globally threatening the entire world. You want to pay school fees of your children, before this delisting, you go through so many questions about source of funds. With this delisting today, we are celebrating success. We are celebrating economic prosperity. You want to even buy ordinary property in London with your sweat income. You are being told by lawyers to bring you into the system. You have to answer many, very many financial questions. Again, this is a consolidated gain coming from the Senate, because if the Senate have not given those enabling environments in terms of legislation to this financial institution, there is no way they can celebrate the integrity of the listing today. Now, metamorphosing into the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as listed in this motion paper, is very commendable. That at least for several years now, Nigeria have been paraded as dangerous to the financial setting. But today, Nigeria is no longer on that list, that dangerous list. The financing of terrorism, economic crime, and all the money laundering, all of these things are things of the past. So to me, I must commend the Senate. I must commend the leadership of the Senate for a great job done in passing an enabling law that made the listing possible by ensuring that financial laws are implemented, by ensuring that we have face and we have say. Mr. Senate President, in very many international conferences, from the World Bank to IPU to where we talk all the things we know about our country, here is the result today. We are being delisted from this dangerous list. I want to congratulate you, Mr. Senate President. I want to congratulate the leadership of the Senate and all members of the Senate for collaborative policy between the Senate and the executive, resulting to this international recognition of passing integrity into our economy. This is very important. Try and buy a property in London. You are being asked all sorts of questions. But from this morning, no such question arises again, because we are not found wanted. We are not wanted at all. We are not found guilty of any misappropriation or financial undoing. Lastly, let me also commend the Financial Regulatory Institution, the EFCC. Remember, Mr. Senate President, when the chairman came here, he told you he will work quietly, not by pages of newspaper, not by accusing people when they have not brought before them. This he has now done with data science. We are tracing financial crime, we are simplifying it, and we are making sure that the road to financial prosperity is becoming more prosperous, and the Renewed Hope agenda in terms of economic policy of the government is brought to bear. I think if I had my way, I could have actually said that the Senate should proceed on holiday for today to celebrate this great feat. But because of exigency of war, Mr. Senate President, if I had my way, I would have suggested to your leadership that the Senate should proceed on celebration holiday today. We shouldn't even see today, we should enjoy ourselves. To be delisted from this dangerous financial world list is not a joke. And we must really commend Mr. President for a job well done. Thank you very much, and I congratulate you, Mr. Senate President, and all our colleagues once again.
Thank you, Professor. I think we should, as we are commending the President, we should also commend you for your various international forums where you have been able to represent Nigeria effectively. Even at the international IMF meeting, you were able to get them to apologize to Nigeria for the statement they made. So we also commend you. We recognize your work as chairman of Senate Committee on Interparliamentary. You have been a great ambassador of the Senate. Thank you. Dismissed Deputy Senate President.